The album's called A Gallery of the Imagination, and it stems from two particular sources. One, my music teacher, my piano teacher, who I started with when I was 5, and I was with her right through to when I went to the Royal College of Music. And she taught me that music was painting pictures, that when you played, you painted pictures to music. And that's what I've always done. I play most of the time with my eyes closed, and that's because I'm painting pictures. And then recently I wrote a couple of pieces that were, how can we say, not related. I knew they were not related at all, so I thought, oh, that's going to be difficult to make it in the same album because they are really so different. And then I wrote some more, and I realised that I was writing a lot of different stuff all of the time now. And I thought, well, how can I make this work in an album where it actually makes sense? One of my great loves is I love going to museums and galleries and art galleries. And the great thing about art galleries, unless they're having a room with a specific artist in, then you walk around and you'll see all sorts of art of all different kinds, and it's perfectly acceptable. And I thought, wouldn't it be quite nice to do music, a music gallery? So it's a gallery of the imagination, and those people can actually paint their own pictures to the different stories and the different types of music that were on it. And it really is very diverse. And for me, it works really, really well because the title holds it all together. And one of the plans that I want to do is when the album is out, I want to do launches in various places, but in art galleries. Or make a space look like an art gallery and ask people who've heard the music to paint pictures, do a sculpture, do whatever, bring them along, and we'll put them all up on the walls whilst we're playing the album. Because it is a very, what I call, tactile album. I'd like to feel that people can actually touch the titles and touch the music. So that's really where it came from. On the album I have it's the same instrumental lineup that was on the Red Planet. That's Ash Sohn on drums, the great Dave Colquhoun on guitar, and Lee Pomeroy on bass, and brought in Hayley Sanderson. Hayley worked with us live with both Journey and King Arthur recently, and also came out on the prog rock tour with us. And got rave reviews. She's brilliant. Probably known by a lot of people for the fact that she is the singer on Strictly and the Strictly Come Dancing band. Hence her nickname, we call her Strictly. And she was the only person I knew who could cover the songs. There's 8 songs, 4 instrumentals, 2 of which are piano. Because the songs are so different and cover such a wide range of voice. Unless I got loads of different people in to do it, I couldn't think of anybody else who could actually understand and cover what I was doing. And the great thing is that she does understand everything. And that's the same with the other guys. They sort of, I'm terrible at explaining things, and they get it straight away. And Hayley has done a phenomenal job on this album.
And only when I cry will my sadness pass me by. And let me feel the love of tenderness.
There isn't a track that sums up the whole album because it has a concept, but the concept is in the title and in the imagination. It's not in the music. There isn't one track which you would say, oh, that's what the album's all about. I suspect that people will have tracks that they like more than others because that kind of music, that whatever it is, will appeal to them more. But there is not a track you can say that's the title track of the album. There isn't one. The album was recorded in 4 different studios. Hayley has one that she prefers for her vocals. I did all my stuff in my studio. Dave Colquhoun did all his stuff in his studio. Lee Pomeroy did all his stuff in his studio. That's 4 studios. 5 studios, because Ash Sohn did all his drums in his own drum studio. And the only other assistance I had was most of my recordings. I had always a minimum of 2 of my rescue dogs by my feet. Luckily, Eric, my engineer, loves dogs because they made his life a difficulty when he was trying to do some very sort of delicate play, and a paw would come up and waiting to be cuddled and tickled. So the rescue dogs have played a big part in this album.